climb, climb. I could hear everyone around me yelling, cheering as I go one rung up and another and another and another. From down below, I could see people cheering me on. Go higher, go higher. Up the ladder. Year after year, I would climb and climb and climb until I noticed something. The ground was very far away. The people I knew on the ground seemed so distant, and I was getting higher and farther from the ground. I realized the moment came that I climbed too high up the ladder in December of last year. I was sitting at a coffee shop across from another district leader, and he said, "Joe, it's time." What verb? Climb up the ladder. And what ladder? The district ladder. You see, a few years ago, I started my Toastmasters journey anew. My wife and I, we came back from Japan. I had been out of Toastmasters during the pandemic. And so, step one, I was Eric Ma's Vice President of Membership. I didn't realize it, but I had touched the ladder. And then the next year, climb. Could you be an area director? I grabbed another rung. At the end, I thought, maybe no more climbing. But even as I just went up one, could you help me be on the program quality director team and run all of the club officer trainings across Taiwan? Climb. As I thought I was done and ready to get off the ladder, we really need a division director. Realignment. The division's complicated. There are English clubs, Taiwanese clubs, Mandarin clubs. You're the person for the job. I don't speak Taiwanese. That Taiwanese club, I have to talk to them in Japanese. It's very strange. But then, climb. And so December, the day came. Wouldn't you like to be a trio member? Wouldn't you want to run for trio? Now, I say to myself sometimes, I can really hear the Lord speaking to me. And oftentimes, he sounds a lot like Carolyn. Because as I heard people say, climb, 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 there was one angelic voice saying, no! All of a sudden, I stopped the climb. The thing is, the climbing and the growing and the learning, it's all a good, genuine experience. I grow and I learn and I can meet so many wonderful people. But I found myself, as the further up I went the ladder, I started to lose touch with what I really cared about. The moment hit me around, I think maybe it was the end of May. I was talking to Paul, and he had pointed out I had missed tons of TGIF meetings. And when I went back and looked, I started attending Born to Shine more than my own club. I started to lose connection with the people who have been so big in my life. And so I found myself ready to climb back down the ladder. The climb is great. We have 2 area directors in the room. Don't be frightened. But I find there comes a time when you have to decide when you want to say yes and no. And the problem with me is I have a terrible addiction. I'm addicted to saying yes. And so at every turn, when someone would say climb, I would say yes. And I'd feel this rush, like, oh, they're so happy, they love it. But in saying all of those yeses and making those climbs, as I started to have that push to go one rung higher, I stopped and thought, what do I really want? What do I really need? And that's what sent me down the ladder. Because what I realized what I needed is you. I realized I needed time. And being in district is so nice, but you're so busy and you can lose contact with people. I'm not saying it's a bad experience. I'm not saying don't do it. But decide, and I had to decide, when it was time to come down the ladder. And it felt like the time was now. An opportunity to be with you all and to take this kind of president role and be with my family and to show you that I care. Because when I looked back on my calendar, I saw space taken up by everything else, but not you all. And so in starting a new term and starting a new path, what I really look forward to is coming down the ladder, back to the ground, where all of my friends, where all of my family are. And if someone tells me to climb, I'm sure Karen will be there saying, no! Because for now, what feels the most important isn't the climb, it's the presence, and to be with you all. Toastmasters meeting.